to the channel that knows nothing. I'm Gem, and let's get to it. So today we're diving on into The Cat, the Dog, the Little Red, the Exploding Eggs, the Wolves, and Grandma's Wardrobe. A very fun read, so let's get into it. What's this page for? It's called the end paper, but it always comes at the beginning. There once was a sweet little maid who lived with her father and mother in a pretty little cottage at the edge of the village. She always wore a red cloak with a hood, which suited her so well that everybody called her Little Red Riding Hood. What's this? It's a story about a little girl who always wears a red cloak with a hood. Cool, I love stories about superheroes. What's her special power? She doesn't have special powers. It's not that kind of story. And can you stop doing that, please? So what happens? Well, one morning, her mother asked Little Red Riding Hood to take a basket of eggs, butter, cake, and dainties to her grandmother. So kindness is her special power. Does she hypnotize bad guys into being nice? And what's dainty? A dainty is like, well, it's kind of like a smaller... Look, do you want to hear this story or not? So, where was I? Little Red Riding Hood was on her way to her grandmother's house when she met a wolf. A wolf? Excellent! They're always the bad guys in the stories like this. I bet she zaps him with her kindness ray. Zzz. She does not have a kindness ray. She has a basket of eggs and butter and cakes and dainties. How does she fight crime then? It's like a cool kind of flying gadget basket? Are they exploding eggs? Can she whack him with a dainty? There is no kindness ray, no flying basket, no exploding eggs. She's just a sweet little girl with terrible fashion sense on her way to see her grandmother. Oh, okay, so let's hear the rest of the story. Well, the wolf asked Little Red Riding Hood where she was going, and she said, Grandma's house. So the wolf said goodbye and secretly headed off to Grandma's house. Hang on, why doesn't the wolf man try to eat Hood Girl then and there? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? How should I know why he didn't try and eat her? I wonder if it's because old ladies taste better than little girls. Anyway, the wolf arrived at Grandma's cottage and saw the old lady lying in bed. She jumped up when she saw the wolf and locked herself in the wardrobe. I think the wolf needs to think bigger if he's going to be a supervillain. Maybe he could rob a bank on the way to Grandma's house. Are you listening at all? No special powers, no supervillains, and no exploding eggs. Yep. Okay, so Grandma leapt up out of her bed and locked herself in the wardrobe to be safe. Then the wolf put on some of Grandma's clothes and climbed into bed, waiting for Little Red Riding Hood to arrive. Hang on, so now you're saying he doesn't want to eat her? Yes, anyway, this is my favorite bit. She arrived and said, What big eyes you have, Grandma. And the wolf replied, All the better to see you with. She's not very bright, is she? I mean, if there were a wolf dressed up as my grandma, I might have noticed that right away. And Little Red Riding Hood said, What a big nose you have, Grandma. And the wolf replied, All the better to smell you with, my dear. Let me see that book. And she said, What big teeth you have, Grandma. And the wolf said, All the better to eat you up. Yikes. But just at the last moment, Little Red Riding Hood's father arrived and chopped off the wolf's head with an axe. Yeep. Yeah. And they all lived happily ever after. I'm not sure that the wolf was very happy in the end. So let's see if I have this right. The Red Hood is on her way to help an old lady when she meets the Wolfman, whose evil plan it is to eat all the old ladies in the world because he likes dressing up in girls' clothes. He and Red have a big battle over the dainties, and Red's father chops Wolfie with an axe. Well, sort of. It's not a very nice story, is it? Are you absolutely sure this is a children's book? That's it. I'm leaving. Find your own books to read. Just one last question. What? Is Grandma still in the wardrobe? Bonk! Ouch! So do these end paper things always come at the beginning? Unless they're at the end. Hello? Hello? And that's the end. So this was a book I was shown in uni by one of my lecturers. It is hilarious, I think, trying to explain fairy tales to someone who just does not get them. And yeah, it is like a big statement on some of the older fairy tales and how they are, explained and how they have changed over time, and how, wolves going up and dressing up as grandmas is a quite strange story. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am really having a lot of fun doing these readings, even though I kind of stumble over some of the words, and I do apologize for all that. Anyway guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe, because that is always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!